Come in. I could tell by the way she carried herself. She wasn't often in my part of town. What a shame.
Is this a good time?
Yeah, take a seat.
Well, I have something that requires your attention.
I'd like to know who I'm talking to first, doll.
Oh, I'm Abby Zane. Oh, I'm currently in training to become a nun. My current predicament actually relates to my postulancy.
What, did you misplace your rosary, sister?
Not quite, Mr. Roosevelt. See, Mary Keynes, a fellow postulant, has disappeared.
Disappeared how?
Well, one morning I awoke to find her bed empty and she wasn't at breakfast. I hadn't seen Mary since the night before.
How long ago did she disappear?
Only a few days. I kept thinking she'd wander in, but...
Now, what's to say your friend didn't just decide the pious life wasn't for her and jumped ship?
Oh, no. Mary was devoted to the church, and when I asked Mother Superior about her absence, she got kind of odd.
Odd how?
She was very dismissive and dodgy, and that's not like her. Oh, please, Mr. Roosevelt, help me find my friend.
All right, I charge $4.50 a day, $7 up front, cash. All right, I'll look for your friend. Starting tomorrow.
Thank you so much for your help, Mr. Roosevelt, but I really must be going.
Another sunless day. Seems perfect for visiting a house of God. No one ever visits a church when they're feeling good about themselves.
I would ask you not to smoke in our church, Mr.
Detective Glenn Roosevelt, are you the Mother Superior?
Yes, I am.
You have nuns go missing often?
The postulates? Some of the young ladies are not cut out for the difficult lifestyle we have. Some young ladies ask to leave, while others we don't always hear from again.
You don't ever get curious when these dames just disappear?
I am here to bring those that are needed closer to God, not to keep tabs on the failed postulants.
That's some outlook you have there. What about Mary Keynes?
Oh yes, she was a recent departure. She was very worldly and couldn't commit to her work.
I'm going to need more information than that, Mother. Where do you think she'd go?
I do not know.
Give it your best shot.
I do not know.
Well, she probably had a room here, a bed, or did you make him sleep on the pews?
Yes, she had a room with another sister in the ladies' dormitory. But you're not allowed to go back there. Roosevelt! I told you you are not allowed here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, where's her roommate at?
She's doing her chores.
Seems like these nuns preferred the earthly songs.
As I said, some young ladies do not adapt to this life very well. I can assure you, Sister Abby will be reprimanded. Sister Abby, come here right now. What are you doing with it? I'm so sorry, Abby. No, don't understand me.
If you don't mind, Mother Superior, can I have a moment in private with Sister Abby?
You may have 10 minutes.
If I had a nickel for every time I saw that look in this line of work.
Okay, fine. Mary and I, we would sneak out sometimes at night and go to the local clubs.
And you didn't think this was worth mentioning back at the office?
This life is not for the faint of heart, and neither is Mother Superior. Mary and I bonded over music here, and well, she was a much better singer than I. And we just... Oh, Lord. Oh, no, We figured it wouldn't hurt anyone if we went out at night and sang at some of the local clubs. We heard Ava at the Crocetti Club. She's got a beautiful voice. It's almost as good as Mary's. We met her after one of her sets. She was very nice.
When was the last time you guys went out? Did you aggravate anybody while you were there?
It's been at least 2 weeks since we went out last. There was this one guy that seemed sweet on Mary. I think my days here are numbered, Detective. I was worried about Mother Superior finding out. I guess you took care of that.
I get lied to a lot in this job. At least the sister was an honest liar. But she had me walking into a pit of snakes. And there slithered their fork-tongued queen.
And what if those girls didn't steal the money?
Who else would be clueless enough to steal from the Don? Well, aren't you a tall drink of water?
I bet you're thirsty, aren't you, dollface?
Well, that depends on who's pouring.
Thought that was Big Bass's job. Or is this kid here your new squeeze?
That drink's not worth the price.
Honey, you can afford my drinks anyways. Besides, the only thing the Don offers me is a stage and pays the bills.
I'm not interrupting you two, am I?
No, Luca here was just leaving.
I don't think I was.
Either of you two happened to see two girls come in here and sing the other night? Apparently you spoke to them, Ava.
A lot of girls come in here to sing.
Ava's right. The Don lets some of the amateur talent come in and sing a couple of songs.
Well, from what I've heard, these girls were no amateurs. You don't speak to just anyone, Ava.
What, do these two girls have names?
Mary Keynes and Abby Zane. Maybe plain clothes, might have had a rosary around their wrist.
It's ringing some bells. Why are you asking about those two doll girls anyway? Aren't I company enough for you?
Alright, I've had enough of you, Ava.
You're plenty of company, Dollface. One of those girls went missing recently. So what'd you talk about that night?
Nothing worth wasting your time over. They're just fans, especially Mary. Ugh. I can tell you're just drinking that cheap food, honey.
I can't afford the good medication.
Of course, for your war injury. No, she just asked how I train my boys.
Didn't mention having a gentleman caller to you?
Honey, I can't even keep track of all of mine, let alone anybody else's. But I do recall her talking to Luca the other night, and he seemed pretty keen on her. It seemed mutual to me.
You didn't discuss anything else then? Possibly helping her relocate?
Honey, you think too highly of me. I'm just a girl with a song in my heart.
You got a pretty low opinion of me. I know you got more connections with Big Bass than just that stage.
I didn't have anything to do with her disappearance, but if you do find her, please let me know.
Sure. Big Bass around here? Bet he'll have some answers.
It's Thursday. The Don only comes and meets here on the weekends. A good detective would know that.
A good detective wouldn't be in a dump like this.
Mind the steps. Wouldn't want to hurt that leg of yours. It's time for you to go to work, sweetie.
Strangers like to ask what happened. Ask if I got injured in the war. I tell them yes, but the locals know better. The Army served me a 4F. No use for a man with a bum leg. Had it ever since I took a hard fall in my youth. While other men were dying for freedom and hell on earth, I was here, living with glares and guilt. The joints get rustier as I age, but the cheap bourbon helps keep them lubricated.
I hope you're hungry.
When are you going to tell me what happened? Why'd you take me out of the convent?
I think you were about to be set up, but don't worry about it, doll. I'll take care of it.
Set up for what?
I said don't worry about it, so you don't gotta worry about it.
But it was bad enough for you to need to take me out of the convent in the middle of the night.
That was the only way I could have gotten you out of that stronghold.
Okay then, handsome. Am I allowed to know where I am now?
Yeah, it's my grandfather's old prohibition hideout. No one will ever think to look for us here.
Well, when can I go out singing again?
Soon, dear. The Don's still in the dark. There's some gumshoe looking for you, but he'll never find us out here. Once he gives up the chase, we'll hit up New York and hit up all the clubs. Heck, we'll make you the most famous singer in all the country. Would you like that?
Very much, but I think I'll be needing a better dress than this.
Detective Roosevelt.
Detective, please come quickly.
Most Superior, what is it?
Please hurry.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Sister Jennifer found her first thing this morning before Mass.
They say, blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. Abby's ain't got in a hurry. She's been dead for a few hours, probably since this morning. We should probably send them off.
Go. Go to your rooms. Get out of here now. Go.
I'm guessing nobody heard a struggle during the night?
No.
See the thin cut across the neck there? Means she was strangled with piano wire. The Mafia's preferred choice for a silent death.
Do you mean that she was murdered by the Mafia? In our sanctuary?
Yeah, unless you got strings in your pipe organ. But I think you already knew that. She was likely killed in her room and placed here as a message. And no man's getting back there without your approval.
Do you know how much we do for this city? We run on donations. And when the city goes in trouble, so do we. The Basilas have helped everyone so much, including the church. And they've helped the soup kitchens and the homeless.
And help you discipline the nuns that stray from the path. Make them disappear, or just kill them.
No, we would never allow that. That's not what we do. But in order to get continued support, sometimes they would bring a boy, and I would let them in, and he would take a girl.
Is that why you didn't listen to Abby when she came to tell you about Mary?
Yes, but then she must have went to you because your card was on her desk.
So who'd you let in last night to murder her?
I didn't know she would be murdered.
And who'd you let in the other night to kidnap Mary?
I didn't know. I don't know who took her. He must have been a new guy. But last night, I know who he was. He was that Irish guy. Real big guy.
See it all too often. Folks who think they're doing enough good to ignore their evils. I knew where I had to head next. A pair of C notes said the Irishman was Carter Jameson, Big Bass's favorite button man. Don liked to keep him on a tight leash. Bourbon, bottom shelf. Don Portello Basilla, Big Bass. But smart people don't call him that to his face. Dealing with hoods and cheap suits, my favorite part of the job.
Have Sergio deliver the supplies to the farmhouse on Harrison Avenue.
What are you doing here, Seamus?
I didn't know you were my supervisor, kid.
Still haven't found that girl yet.
Now that you mention it, little birdie told me you had an interest in her.
Would that little birdie happen to be a songbird in a red dress? Sure, Mary's a dish, but so are half of the girls on that stage.
Well, they don't go and disappear.
You saying I need to steal a girl to get a date? Ava's just bumping her gums.
Seems to be a lot of that going on.
Hey, boss, look. It's the limping dick.
Glenn Roosevelt. My apologies. Detective Glenn Roosevelt. What brings you here?
I hear the steak here's superb. Much better than the company.
Forgive him. He forgets how to act in front of guests. Now, did you come here just to interrupt my dinner to ask about the steak?
Well, while I have you here, I have a few questions.
All right. Ask away, Detective.
Where's Carter Jameson?
Why would I know? I don't like to micromanage my employees' lives.
Right. Just like I'm sure you didn't time to kill that girl in the convent. And I bet you didn't tell someone else to kidnap her friend, too.
You need to work on your conversational skills, Detective.
Hey, you don't need to talk to the boss like that.
I don't like to discuss my business during dinner.
And I don't like Porky Here's odor.
All right, Detective, I'll humor you further. Why are you asking me about these girls?
Nuns go missing at the convent. One of them shows up dead, strangled by a piano wire. And your man Carter is placed at the scene.
If I were responsible for the misfortune befalling these girls, I'm sure there's a good reason for it.
I'm sure. So why are you taking girls out of that church? Where are they going?
Detective, it's not the hypothetical you asked.
All right, so why send Carter out there?
Perhaps stealing a rather large sum of money from me would warrant such a response.
How much cabbage are we talking?
Don't concern yourself with it.
All right, so then how come only kill one of them, but abduct the other?
I wouldn't. I didn't kidnap that young girl of the cloth. She was a lovely singer. And I'll have a talk with Mr. Jameson regarding his supposed actions.
Someone in your organization was there the night that Mary got kidnapped.
Then they did so without my blessing. If you know who, I implore you to tell me.
Well, I was kind of hoping you would answer those questions.
Sorry, Detective. Try somewhere else.
That was the closest I was getting to a goodbye from Big Bass.
Go get Vito and Carter.
I wasn't any closer to Abby's killer, and Mary was still missing. Big Bass seemed to think those girls stole some money. Or he could just be full of... Seems these boys are dragging me behind the 8 ball.
Plans have changed. We're leaving tonight.
What happened? Is something wrong?
Like I said, plans have changed.
What are those for?
Your friend, that other nun.
Abby?
Yeah, Abby. She was found dead at the church.
Oh, my gosh. Why would anyone...
Whoever set you and your friend up are obviously catching up quicker than I thought. We've got a car waiting for us outside. The Don's got connections all over the country. We're leaving for Mexico tonight.
Mexico? What am I supposed to do in Mexico?
You'll stay alive. Start a new life there.
What about New York? I mean, I can't become some famous singer in the middle of nowhere in Mexico.
That's not your concern anymore. Now keep quiet and start packing.
Glad you could finally join us, boy.
Oh, Carter. Just the man I was looking for.
Oh, and we happen to be looking for you, too. See, the Don doesn't like you snooping in his business. He told us to persuade you to drop the case. I figure we'll just beat you till you kick off or get the point.
You've been busy, Carter. Tell me, what'd you do with the money you got off of that nut?
Carter, well, bust up his other leg for him.
Yeah, I say we make them both match.
Hey, sugar, we can't run away together with the Don's money until you find that nun, Ava.
Looks like Carter fell for the siren's song.
Dear, looks like somebody gave you the whole robbery.
Crazy ran Carter. Now explain that one, dollface. Here's my guess. Big Bass wasn't paying you enough scratch, so you decided to get Carter to help steal money from him. And those two girls were just convenient patsies.
Carter was such a sweet man. But he was brutish. He was afraid those girls were going to replace me. I told him not to steal that money, but he wouldn't listen.
I'm sure you were real opposed to that.
I wasn't until I learned that he was going to do something to hurt those girls. I did not want that for them.
Cut the routine, dollface, and start talking straight with me. Carter was a lot of things, but a mastermind was not one of them. You, however, that fits like a glove.
I couldn't have those two girls upstaging me, especially that Mary. Men like Carter, they're dizzy for me. They'll do anything that I ask them. But you're a smart customer. Tell you what, I'll split the take with you. I have a feeling Carter won't be needing it. So, all you have to do is forget this whole conversation and bring me the girl.
How much money did you make off with?
Enough for you to afford the good medication.
Nice try, but it'd take a fool to let a viper willingly bite.
No, wait. No. Bring me the girl, please. The dog can't know what I've done.
Abby's $7 had ran out about 2 hours ago, and at this point, maybe Mary was better lost, wherever she was. But if I wasn't looking for her, that only left Big Bass to search for her. Come to think of it, Big Bass's boy Luca seemed to be the only gooba awful keen on not finding Mary. Why would a faithful thug not want to help out his Don?
Change your plans, Mac. Take me out to Morrison Street.
That kid was sending supplies out there for a reason, and I don't think it was for his ailing grandma.
Don't scurry off. I won't be long.
What are you doing here, Seamus?
I can ask you the same thing, Luca. That girl Mary, she's in there. That gun don't change that fact.
I think it does. You turn around, you limp away, and you forget this ever happened. Get it?
I didn't think you needed to kidnap dates.
Don wanted to kill her. I was the only one who knew she'd lived at that church. I had to get her out of there before the Don pieced it together.
I'm not here on Big Bass's dime. I know Mary didn't steal that money. Let's talk, kid.
It's too late for talking, Seamus. The Don's already got his mind set. Her friend's already been set up. We gotta get out of the country.
Don will listen to proof. Where's the dame at? What does she think of all this?
I know what's best for her. No one can know we're here.
Do you plan on taking me away?
I don't know. Do you plan on shooting me?
He was gonna make me a famous singer until... Is it true Abby was murdered?
Yep.
What am I gonna... I can't... I've never killed anyone before.
Oh, most people haven't, darling. Here, let's take you back to the convent. You just lay low for a while. I'll take care of the mop for you.
He was willing to kill for a dame. Hope he was okay dying for one. This was the last place I should have been. I could seem debating how much concrete it would take to sink me.
You've got some nerve showing your mug here after what you did to Carter.
And blessed are those that hunger and thirst for power. May they get what's coming to them.